All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there onto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahawashi. These pictures has been circulating amongst us, very foretelling. All right. What I mean by foretelling, this AI, I don't know, brother did AI. This is basically on the days before the flood. All right, which you could read on Genesis the 6th chapter. But AI had got. I really wanted to focus on this right here because the simple fact is, there was partying, BSing, thinking everything was sweet until, like the scripture says, until the flood came. And the first thing that came into mind with this particular picture is obviously the deed is set. Basically, when we look at Slakia, I want to do this. I was looking at something. When we look at the fact how things repeats itself, well, people think, it's just things just happens coincidental, there's just chance and it's a rarity, but in reality, shut up. In reality, Slakia, puppy. In reality, things always tend to be the same because these are the same individuals doing the same shit. All right. Pardon my Swahili, but let's be real. And they depicted correctly how people at that time would have looked. All right. Yeah, being of this dark complexion, it is a blessing, but that doesn't give us the license to be stupid. A lot of dark-skinned people back then were dumb as hell and did dumb. A lot of them was dead. All right, all right. What you call black? Yeah, a lot of black people died during the flood. All right, because the majority of people of that time, they were black. What you'll call black. All right. Matter of fact, let me back up when I'm making my statement. I ain't gonna make this too long. This puppy's driving me crazy. Not really, but it says Ecclesiasticus 33 and 10. It says, all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. So all men are from the ground, and ground is what? The complexion of the men back then were men and women of color. All right. So even in that, well, actually, the next verse is saying, "And much knowledge the Lord have divided them, and made their ways diverse." So also the Lord divided them. Yeah, we all extend from Adam, but there was a great division. So just to back up what I said, all men and women at that time were people of color. So that doesn't give, that doesn't make us special that we have this complexion. And even I was watching the Book of Clarence, which wasn't a great movie, but I just wanted to definitely see how people in a different light. And as you watch it, you understand what the director was getting at. All right. And everything that we see in the hood, it was happening somewhat back then, and just in a different form. So once again, it doesn't make us special because, we are special because we have this complexion, but it doesn't make us like we ain't sin, like we didn't go off. Because this picture right here depicts everything. People of color did taking shit for granted, all right, and also the sons of the Most High too, which were Israelites before they were called Israelites. They took things for granted. While this man right here, let me see if I can get it. No. While this man right here warned them that this was going to happen. There was partying and BSing. Okay? And then when that time took place, they got immersed in water. All right? So they took his work for granted. They took everything that came out of his mouth as a joke. All right, until that great and dreadful day. So they was doing this, and then this happened. All right, this happened. So AI depicted it correctly because this is the reality of it. We're not something special because we're dark skinned and that's it. There's plenty of dark skinned people of color throughout the whole four corners of the earth except for Esau Edom. All right? They're the only people in the world that doesn't have color. And that doesn't make them special. That makes them the worst. Because that goes into something whole completely different. So why but looking at this proves, right, that there is a thing in the Bible called reincarnation. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun. So who and what is that thing? That thing is men. All right? Souls coming back in their lots. All right? Doing the same BS every single time. Or doing the same righteousness. There's nothing new under the sun. Sorry. There's no new souls that's created every single day. There's no people that's patterning and teaching the next generation how to do the same thing the other generation did. It comes instinctively because they're the same people. All right? They're the same people that's going through the same ish. So, saying that, matter of fact, me read on NLT, history merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. There's nothing new under the sun, which that's not really correct, but because they don't understand the concept of reincarnation. It's really man is the cycle. All right, man, beast come back. All right, man come back. Men come back in the lots and to do what they were intended to do. Okay, so this whole notion of free will and it's all BS, because the scriptures clearly tells you exactly how they were back then and how they are now. Matter of fact, which one should I go first? You know what? I'll go to this one first. Matthew 24 and 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. And the Lord left a transcript, a laundry list of things that was going to take place in this time. Then he said on top of all, this generation. So he was talking to a particular group of people that was born in a particular generation and said, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. What is that to be fulfilled? Prophecy. Meaning that, let's look up the word generations before I go in. Geno, fathered, birth, nativity, that which has been begotten. Man of the same stock, a family. All right. So, let's see, did I miss anything? Metaphorically, a group of men very like each other in endowments, pursue character, especially in a bad sense, a perverse nation. So this is what the Lord was talking about. It says the whole multitude of men living at the same time. Oh, don't ask Nate that. He will tell you some people are set aside to be put into hell. All right. So the Lord said this generation, he meant that. Okay. He meant that particular generation is going to see his coming. And there's plenty of scriptures on that. Matter of fact, before I go on, Let me get this because it came through the Spirit. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, which the clouds represent what? The chariots of Israel, which the world call UPAs, whatever they call it now, UFOs. They are identified through the scriptures, all right, as the chariots, clouds of the Most High, seraphims and so forth. The angels use those vehicles to get around. Throughout history of man, they always taught that. All right, they knew that. This is the only society where they dumb people down such to a point that the obvious things are not that quite obvious. So when the Lord coming back, going to Acts, the first chapter, where the Lord left, the angels told the two men that was talking to the disciples, which became apostles. He said, "Why you look up at the Lord when he goes up? The same way he went up, so same way he's coming back, meaning he's coming back with chariots." Okay. It says, "And every eye shall see him." So that means every single person, that generation of people, is going to see the Lord. All eyes is going to be on him. Not Tupac. All eyes going to be on the Lord. Yahawashi. All right. "And they also which pierced him." So why would they say they also which pierced him? That means that the same people that pierced the Lord, that violated the Lord's going to see them personally. So is a thing called revenge in the Bible? Absolutely. All right. Is the Lord that petty to do? Yeah, obviously. All right. What you call petty, the Lord calls that justice. Okay. What you people call emotional wreck and all this other dumb shit, it's all good when you get your revenge, but when the Lord and the righteous want to get their revenge, that's when the time to no. The Lord is coming back with fire, anger. All right. He's coming. Scriptures tell you that he shall cry like a travailing woman. Like a travailing woman, meaning woman giving birth. He's going to cry out a war cry. Okay. And he's going to center his anger according to those that completely displeases him. And especially those that harmed him when they had the chance. That's why the Lord made the statement to Pontius Pilate. And that statement was that the only way he had power to do over his life was because the Father gave it to him. And he told him, look, I have the power to call 12 legions, all right, of angels. So he already had that mindset. Like I could literally fuck you up, but it's not time, not for prophecies. This is not accordingly. So that's why the scripture said, the conquering lion of Judah. A conqueror needs something to conquer. And this is why I'm doing the show, because as I was looking at those pictures, the stage is set. All right. The stage is set. And this is why the Lord, and it says, "And all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen." So all meaning what? When they see this man coming in great power, they're going to be in great fear. All right. But back to Matthew 24:34. It says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation," so the witnesses that were back then is going to be alive to the coming of the Lord. All eyes is going to be on him. All right. Meaning what? Reincarnation. It says, "This generation not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away," meaning not the earth. The earth is always going to be here. Meaning rulerships. All right. It says, "Heaven and earth shall pass, but my words shall not pass away." Meaning what? The prophecies. What he said is going to happen shall happen. "But of that day and hour knoweth no man." So do we know particularly we got the heads up exactly when the Lord's coming? No. He's going to explain. It says, "No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." So Yahawashi don't even know. He's on standby. All right? Because the Most High is bound by his word. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So this picture right here speaks volumes. All right? Speaks volumes. This is not a scene of war. This is a scene of partying and having a good, grand time. Like there's no tomorrow. This is exact attitude. And this nigga over here, all right, this is the type of person, these are the type of people that was not taking things serious back then. Just like today, people are not taking shit serious. Even those that claim to be Israelites, to be enlightened, are not taking things serious, all right? Let me get this real quick before I go continue. 2 Peter's 3. I'll go to the point. 4. And the Bible listen, man. The scriptures is a living documentary. All right, it's a living document. The scriptures have every single man, woman, and child, quote unquote, to a T. Your behavior, your standard, your mindset is all written already before time. A lot of you think there's flaws in the scriptures. No, there's flaws in you. You are a flaw. All right? I got to say it like that because at the end of the day, the scriptures is written, the book altogether, over 2,000. But this book has been around for a long period of time to get everything accurately, even to the point of prophecy when the Lord said, it shall be as the days of Noah. And matter of fact, let me go to finish this off real quick. All right. It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving unto marriage. So there's a scene. The scene is what? What you call a normal scene, normal things. People shopping, people doing whatever they want, having a good time, thinking life is sweet. There was no thing called clubs, but there was things where the people function and party and do all sorts of things. All right. For the Lord to compare when he comes to that time, it shows you that the scene needed to be set. All right. You got people doing the most ungodly acts in human history. All right. People getting tattoos in their faces of other people's faces. That's a new trend. All right. Men with men, women with women. These are not new, but this is a trend. All right. Everything that the scriptures say is wicked is promoted and highly celebrated in the society. So it says, for as in the days of Noah were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage. So people literally go out there and getting married when their wives are not even worth the amount of money that they're spending on, and they know that because it's your turn and you decide to keep that. And these marriages doesn't mean nothing to nobody no more. Okay? Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came. So then they didn't know until the last. That's why it says in Isaiah 6:9 that the Lord said, make these people, the heart of these people fat. And when Ezra asks, he said, how long is this going to be, Lord? It says, till the cities be thrown down. So until the destruction of America, or the coming before the actual destruction of America, meaning when the missiles are raining like the days of Noah, then people are going to realize like, oh shit. All right. That's devastating. And it's because, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, All right, it tells you. I should go to that one. Matter of fact, let me go to that one. I don't want to make this too long, but the spirit be like this sometimes. Wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna go to the point. Well, one of the points. 5 and about. Let's start at 8, I think. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. We worried ourselves. This is the wicked. All right. Solomon had a vision. He saw in the time to come the set destruction of America. He saw the righteous being delivered before the destruction. All right. And he was in the minds of those that remained for that set destruction. Like he knew exactly how they was going to think. Because remember, Solomon was the most wisest man on the earth. So he thought, read Wisdom of Solomon, 2nd chapter, tell you his mindset. All right, how the wicked thinks. And tell me, tell any of us that he think wrong. Okay? We don't want to be in this situation that I'm about to read. But Solomon said it. He said it. All right, matter of fact. I'll start at 6. Therefore, have we erred from the way of truth? The light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Which is another thing discussing with another brother. And to be quite honest, the people are jealous and envious of the fact that the Lord is dealing with us. And this whole Sakari shenanigans, which is, that's all it is. You know, but brother had put it in the chat as well. He's like, they just jealous that the Lord is dealing with from the apostles on down. All right. See, those spirits know that we in a great case. All right. We in a special case. The Lord dealing with us on a level, and is not dealing with them because they're not coming correct. So they in their minds gonna say they erred in their ways. They did wrong. Verse 7. We worried ourselves in the way of wickedness. We worried ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts. Where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. They didn't know the proper protocol. That's why we so blessed, man. Watching the Apostle video, I believe it was Apostle Gabar has said it. He said, you know when the Lord loves you, when he gives you his name. All right? And yeah, you have other people that know the name and misuse it, but they're made to be examples. All right, having a name, a key to this knowledge is the most important thing. But knowing what pleases the Lord, all right, is the most important thing. So when that time comes, these people are going to realize they never knew the way of the Lord. They never knew the Lord. And it says, what have pride profit us? Or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us? So in this society, you're taught to be proudful. You're taught to be, it's all about the money. You know, a woman won't look your direction unless you have to have a minimum of 6, 7 digits in your account. And that don't mean nothing. All right. This is the mindset of people when the set destruction is coming. It says all those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hosted by, as a ship that passes over the waves of the water, which meaning once a ship cuts through the ocean, after a couple of times, you never find a trail where the ship, you will never see where the ship is going. All right. Because it disappears. It says, which when it go by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the Nile in the waves. or as when a bird flieth hath flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found, but the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings part with a violent noise, and the motion of them is passed through therein afterwards no sign where she went is to be found. See that? So all this cannon fire, this whole God, this whole, proud, you leaving an impact. Your name is well known to man. If your name is not written in the book of life, it was pointless. That's the point. It's pointless. People live pointless lives. They have no meaning to their existence. So if you're not written in the book of life, meaning if you're not part of the elect, your life been forfeited long ago. All right? Just like those people back then. Because consider who survived that madness that was going on. Only 8 souls, which represented the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? That was a point for that one. I mean, I could read more, but I just want to hit some points. It says, back in Matthew 24 and 39, and they knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So the Lord is he's setting the stage up. The stage is set. The destruction is at hand. 2 Peter 3 and 4, and saying, what is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. So people really challenge the thought of set destruction. Ezekiel 33, the 33rd chapter tells you, lo, I think it says what? It shall surely come to pass. I know it says the prophecy is going to surely come to pass. So everything that's written is going to come to pass. Those that don't believe that, they set aside for something special. All right? Special people get special treatment. All right? And these people are not special. So they're not going to get a very good reward, if you know what I mean. All right? They about to be instantly cooked out here. Literally. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth stood out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. All right? Meaning what? That old world, that world we just saw, a good, beautiful AI depicted, partying, the BS, okay? This was the results. This is the I just not noticed that. This is the reward for their stupidity. Well, this man here was warning them of what's to come. They didn't take him serious. All right? They didn't take him serious. He warned them of what's to come. Just like how the prophets of today warn you people, you men and women, all right, what's to come. But you are willingly ignorant to the fact. You don't want to hear it. So, this is what the Lord said. And you don't have to believe us. The scriptures tells you in Romans 3 and 3, what if some do not believe? Should their unbelief make of the Most High of none effect? Because I always bring it out, like things on the left-hand side, they'll tell you, you have to believe this in order for it to work. Well, guess what? You don't have to believe that the Lord is going to bring judgment. He's going to bring judgment whether you believe it or not. All right? We just want to be on his right side. We want the mercy that comes with this set judgment that's coming. All right? And ultimately being saved from this destruction. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, all kept in store reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and the perdition of ungodly man. So who is coming to bring that fire? I'm going to get this and I'm going to end it. All right. Who's coming with that fire? Which everybody should know. This is not a thing where, as many generations to come. Nah. This is it. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire. So it's the Lord that's coming with fire. All right. Yahawashi is coming. Yahweh, the Most High, sanctioned his son. Read Revelations 19. All right. 19:10 down. He gave him the green light to bring war to this world. This is why it said, every eye shall see him, and it shall well because of him. He's bringing war. All right. It says, behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with the flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. Plead does not mean he's going to have a conversation. Plead meaning he's come to judge. The days of talking is over. Once we're out of the streets, once we are out of the equations and we no longer can speak this word, because all the prophecy is going to come to fruition, the only thing left is for him to clean his kingdom. Send his angels to clean it up. It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So with that being said, shalom to the elect. Let me get that picture real quick. Not this one. This one was good. All right. But just imagine with fire. That's what's coming. Shalom.